Welcome to Surrogacy Talk with me, your fabulous host and family building expert, Frank Golden. I'll be talking about surrogacy, IVF, and making babies. Hi everyone, Frank Golden here from Golden Surrogacy, and this is Surrogacy Talk. Before I get started, I would like to kindly ask that you please like and subscribe to Surrogacy Talk on YouTube and anywhere else that you consume your content. Also, don't forget to check out our fantastic blog at goldensurrogacy.com. Thank you so much for tuning in and for considering Golden Surrogacy your trusted source for surrogacy information. Hi everyone, on this Surrogacy Talk, I ask the question, who can't be a surrogate? And you're probably thinking, on Surrogacy Talk, this is so weird, Frank. Why would we be asking that? Normally, from an agency, it's become a surrogate today, or here are the top reasons to become a surrogate. But anyone who knows me knows that I run Golden Surrogacy in a very transparent way. And regardless of what needs to be said, sometimes it's a hard conversation and it's serious. It's always serious when we have to disqualify a candidate. We do not take that lightly, but it is for your benefit. 98% of you listening or watching the Surrogacy Talk will not qualify, and I'm going to go through the top 3 reasons as to why that might be. Before I do that, it's important to understand the surrogacy process is about helping deserving individuals and deserving couples realize their dreams of having a family. And how we get there is by mitigating risks and doing it in the healthiest and safest way possible. So let's jump right in. Number 1, we see a lot of applicants who just haven't given birth before. Now, if we are holding true to our promise of going through surrogacy in the healthiest and safest way possible, we need to be able to look at a healthy pregnancy history to determine what the future outcomes might look like. If you haven't given birth before, there's no way to know what that might be. You could be someone who goes through a pregnancy and gives birth and everything's fine. Or there could be unexplained complications that occur. Regardless, we don't want you to embark on your surrogacy journey or that of your intended parents in the unknown abyss of complications that could occur without having a history to fall back on. So that's very important. Number 2, pregnancy complications or health history. So for women out there who have given birth, you might have had a history of complications in your medical records from your previous pregnancies and deliveries. Or you might be thinking, everything was fine. I don't remember any complications, but upon further inspection, maybe something minor that you weren't considering, like high blood pressure and how that could potentially lead to preeclampsia, that could be something that disqualifies you, but it might not have been on your radar initially. And that's completely understandable if that is a situation that occurs where we go through your records and a medical professional has done a full review and it's something minor, we would have conversation with you and fully explain those details. Number 3, maybe you lack the support of your spouse or partner, and that could stem from a few different reasons. Perhaps they don't understand what surrogacy is, and they just think it's not going to happen for my wife or my fiance. Or it could be simply that in their mind, they understand the health risks and complications, and they want to perhaps have more children of their own with you. And if you are not finished having your own children, then that would also be a disqualifier for beginning a surrogacy journey. We ask that all of our surrogates are completely happy with their own family structure and have no future plans to have more children, just on the off chance that there are complications and your reproductive capabilities are compromised. That is very important. We are always thinking about making sure that our surrogates are very, very healthy during and after the pregnancy. Again, surrogacy is about mitigating risks and going through the process in the healthiest and safest way possible. Healthy surrogate and healthy baby. Super important. So let me close with this. Regardless of the reason that you may not qualify, whether that be short term, meaning your spouse or partner doesn't support you now, or you plan to have more children, or perhaps it's, disqualification where you can't continue on in the process, there are always ways that you can help. In the short term, surrogacy isn't going anywhere. If you happen to be a candidate that didn't have health complications and it's just, lack of support or some other circumstance in your life that is preventing you from becoming a surrogate now, don't panic. Surrogacy is not going anywhere. We are here when you are ready, when your life circumstances dictate that you can go through the process in a healthy and safe way and be supported. However, if it's a long-term reason why you may have a disqualification and perhaps you can't ever be a surrogate, that's fine too. Well, you can't go through as a surrogate through the process. You might be able to become an advocate. You could perhaps seek employment at a fertility center or a surrogacy agency and help support couples and surrogates that go through the process. Thank you so much for considering becoming a surrogate. It is your kindness and generosity and other like-minded women like you that helped me on my own surrogacy journey realize my family building dreams and those of future intended parents. Thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you think of any questions or you have any comments, perhaps future content ideas, please do get in touch. I would love to hear from you. I can be contacted at our Instagram handle, which is @golden_surrogacy. And once again, I am Frank Golden reminding all of you that everyone deserves a family.